now. Hey, just a room here in Valys. We good now? We up? You see us?
Semi-professional podcast.
No. Let me check the messages, live chats. Don't know if anybody's on here. I hope I did it right.
Don't break it.
Big matches coming, guys. Big matches.
Huge.
Okay. Looks like we've got some people on here.
Let's go.
There we are. Okay, everybody.
The hardcore already in the house.
Thank you for your attendance. Neil and I will not be moderating comments. However, James Statham.
What is he?
The camera guy.
Just some media guy.
Go fuck yourself.
The camera guy. Listen, he does a little. He's picked up a little bit over the years.
Not everybody can be a champion.
That's the famous words from Fia Rysick. Not everyone can be a champion.
Yeah, that's the one.
But, and you know what?
Not everybody can be a media guy.
With respect, not everyone can be a camera guy.
That's it.
With respect. Not all cameramen are created.
Not everybody can put a microphone on, Dave.
Oh, did I fuck it up?
Oh, no, I did. I can't get it on. You're all right.
Not doing well.
Yeah. So, guys, here we are in Valys. Oh, my God. This place is...
Heaving with all.
You know, how would you compare the Valys scene to Las Vegas?
Wait a minute, mate. Someone, probably a call coming in. A New York office.
Who could it be?
Who could it be?
Oh,
Nick Fuller.
What, Nicole? What are you?
Nick,
can't you see?
I'm currently live on YouTube. Just I'm sending this as a New York office. It's not. It's you.
Never do that. I'd be like, fuck you. I'm done. I'm on Devon.
We've legit just gone live. How long have we got? Can you give me 30 minutes? Yeah, 30 minutes. Give me 30 minutes. I am.
Super chat.
Where the fuck is he?
Right,
Here's the thing.
Right, give me. Let's have a look. It is now 6. Can you give me till 6:45? Is that doable? I'm literally live.
Did Morozov not ask me to arm wrestle because Dennis is such a?
Right, we're not.
I don't want to get banned, guys. I'm getting banned all over the place. So I can't incite violence. I can't talk about people in a derogatory way, which I would do at this time. Dennis, man, and Morozov, you stepped up for him. What a chump! What a chump!
We've gone slightly off tangent, but
yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he shows up. I'm ready. I'm ready anytime, anywhere. Morozov, right hand, left hand, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, another super chat.
Okay.
After seeing both Levon and Jerry, what are both of your predictions on the match, if you are allowed to say?
Listen, here's the thing. I don't like to talk about that match too much right now, do you? Oh my God.
There's a few shocks, there's a few surprises. The shocks would be that, number one, I would have thought both men would be more confident. Both men are not confident when you speak to them, isn't it?
Interesting.
And you'd think Levon would be definitely confident.
I would think.
Levon.
I would think if I was Levon, I would have brought a flagpole to that thing and I would have stuck it in the fucking right into the stage.
For the first time, he's either being unbelievably respectful or he's genuinely a little sweet.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strange spot.
But I'm going to say that Jerry also is not like brimming with confidence. He's more.
Well, he's arm wrestling a space alien.
He is, but I've done podcasts with Jerry before when he's been very, very, like betting a car. That's pretty confident. When we're here, and those guys, it was a weird dynamic today. Neither one of them wanted to like step into the light. Don't you feel?
Levon's physical condition seems normal or slightly below average.
Slightly down, in my opinion. Little smaller.
Jerry is in an interesting position, one I've never seen him in before.
I agree. Looks leaner, looks fitter and healthier, but visibly way smaller. You know? It's like me in a warm bath or a cold bath. Big difference.
Couldn't have said it better. Yeah, he looks just slightly, but I am aware that he has been training cardio.
I mean, what even is that?
Right? I mean, that's stuff people ask you to do, but I don't think that most people actually do it.
I sort of once broke into like a bit of a jog.
You know what I did when I won the Ironman? I told Jody, I said, I'm never going to run again.
That's a good move.
And I pretty much stuck. pretty much.
Nobody needs cardio in their life.
Evening, gents. Do you guys see the video that Robert Oberst just did with Alan Fisher? He looks pretty strong. Good luck, Brian and Eddie. May the best man win. I think the only question there is, did you see the video?
No.
I haven't seen it. I saw it. Working. I saw that he did it. I saw it on Instagram. I saw it on YouTube. I haven't had time to. It's a madhouse around here.
Can't admit we've no time to watch anything.
But when I get back, I'm for sure watching that, and yeah, I'm aware of it.
It's annoying, isn't it? Because you want to watch all the content that goes out, but you can't. You can't. I've had a few messages today. Have you seen this? I haven't watched anything.
The press conference, watching the athlete, it always sheds a certain light on it for me. Like I come in a certain way. The press conference tells me a lot.
I'll tell you one that was really, really noticeable.
Oh yeah,
Gabby Vasconcelos.
Right.
When she was talking to me about Bajova, was shaking.
Interesting, right?
Like tearing up, shaking with aggression. It was quite like, whoa, where did that come from?
Interesting.
She turned around and just,
interesting.
There is a cauldron going on.
Yeah.
She wants it really bad.
And on the other side,
Bajova's cold.
Yes.
Like a sinister edge.
And, like, I know that things haven't been perfect for her.
Tell me more, Mr. Larratt.
She's been sick.
When did this happen?
Yeah. So, like, the whole last week. Yes, she's been sick. Yes, and she lost her luggage. 2 strikes.
The gods may be playing a part in this.
And you know, before I came here this weekend, I'm like, Barbora, no problem. No problem. I see them now. And I still have to, like, Barbora was such a heavy favorite in my mind, but the entire, that press conference, I was changing my mind. I'm like,
Gabriella was very convincing.
Yeah, she was very convincing.
And you know how you get that feel from people when you're walking around you walk around the building, you bump into them on a Monday, on a Wednesday, and they're brimming with confidence. She is so relaxed.
I told Odin, and he's like, she's just young, she's just being a bit timid. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it went in her favor a little bit. And also, Sarah Backman. I was watching Sarah while they're going on, right? Because Sarah knows them way better, and I'm watching to see what Sarah thinks. I think Sarah's leaning towards Gabby.
I would agree. I got a very similar impression. In fact, it's a very, very clear, distinct split between who the North Americans believe are going to win. Absolutely everybody, Gabby. And who the European contingent believe is going to win. And they are very, like, no problem, Barbora. Not even close.
That's what you have to think. When you look at their frames, you have to think that.
I mean, Barbora's massive.
But I'm telling you, Gabby brought some fire there today.
She's got a forearm.
And I was starting to doubt it myself. And a lot of her people are talking about money. Like they're like, Devon, tell us when the ArmBet thing opens up, which I think it is, by the way. But yeah, people are betting.
It's whether Gabby can make the match arm on arm. It's whether Gabby can connect, whether she can get that strap anchored down and just lower the arm, move it to the side, palm up. If she gets that position, she wins the match. If it goes into a hook, she wins the match. But Barbora is a very big frame, very difficult to bully.
Let's forget the hook, okay? Because I think I think we can all agree, if it goes in a hook, Gabby is...
Yeah, but it's whether her wrist is robust enough to set that thing, so she moves to the side.
What if it's kind of in a bent back flop roll kind of thing? Does she have anything here, pressing, bent back wrist,
with enough rolling? I think she's probably worked her back pressure, knuckles up back pressure very, very hard. And I think that's what she was alluding to. Yeah. I think she feels like she can go there. But I do feel like it's one of those where she feels she can go over and then...
Right.
And
then that way?
Yeah.
I was thinking
I think it's this way. I think it's this, and then she falls in.
No
I think that's what she's planning.
That would be super boss.
Did you see her on the practice table?
Look, if she can do that, then she's absolutely the super heavyweight world champion.
On the warm-up table, when she was just mocking movement, that's what she was doing. So...
Strongest woman in the world. Is she 5'3" or is she 6'4"?
Well, the disparity in size is huge, mate.
We'll find out tomorrow. So August Matthews has donated £2.79, and he says just simply number one. I'm guessing he's talking about you, Dev.
That's me.
We've got a few of these, pal. That's why I'm charging in.
That me, that.
Another one from X1348. I want me some Mrs. Butter wrist pancakes. Screw Ennings, forehead taco. Morons off.
Tell these are your fans.
You are flown out. Now step up and let's get at it. Right, so that's that one. And then
that's tomorrow's of that.
Matthews has donated some more money.
Okay, come on, August.
Thank you, August.
Dev, I'm so excited about Odin, and I wish I could have been there today.
He's here.
Thank you, Dev and Odin. The two arms. Get in there and say hi to
We're killing it, guys.
You are welcome.
We're
you are very
training.
welcome, guys.
Give him a quick blast of the song, Gordon.
No
chance!
No chance for Hall!
You got.
Yes.
And Mike Mooney's donated a couple of dollars. Says number one. August Matthews. Gabby, she wants it. BC needs to visit from you, sir.
British Columbia. The finest place on
absolutely.
God's green
I'm
earth.
coming. I love BC. Born in Victoria.
Biggest fish.
Pretty big fish out there.
Big fish there, man.
That Bob guy. Dev, how long till we see Brian vs MMT or Levon?
I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'll correct you if you talk rubbish.
You know, before we talk about his full potential, and I'll talk about it real brief, but that match is coming up. You're going to see a lot of those answers tomorrow. But
shut the fuck up.
Hey,
with that.
seriously
Bullshit.
though, massive potential.
Oh, joking aside, he does, yeah.
What an athlete.
What a friggin' monster.
Way too strong.
He's a big bastard.
Much too strong.
You wouldn't like him on your car roof.
That's the thing that's so scary about this match. You got two guys who are way too freaking strong doing a combat strength sport where you can absolutely... I don't think there's ever been a match where we're more worried about people breaking their arms.
I'm terrified about that.
I don't think there's a match in history where people have more concerns about two guys snapping their arms.
I'm taking holy water to the match. For real, I am, honestly. I'll be flicking it.
This match is gonna open up like a lot of possibilities.
Can we talk about the fact that Brian's forearm is something different? I mean, what is going on with that
He
forearm?
can pick people up by the head and lift them.
His foot, listen, he's weighing 192 kilos, and looking at the guy, is 175 of it's in his forearm.
Looks at people like little things. Yeah.
Especially James.
Well, James is actually pretty big for a camera guy.
Media guy.
Robert Kelly, another great media guy.
Not like an ordinary one, like.
Yeah, he's way bigger. He's big for a camera guy.
I've
huge
got
camera guy.
my own question, guys. So
shit.
what if these two guys do this match, get addicted to it, and both take on arm wrestling full time? What does that do for the sport, do you think?
Wonderful. It's dreams. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's my absolute dream scenario.
You know, champions
them.
are measured at the size of characters of, you know, Brian and Eddie. They're measured outside of their sport. Like these guys are so freaking cool, like so special.
Yeah.
Like, yes, come to arm wrestling. Oh my god. Like,
And others like you.
yeah.
Of whom there are few.
It's a beautifully simple sport. Everybody's done it. You know, the simplicity but complexity at the same time is interesting. And to have these guys embracing it, the level, I mean, the athletes that could come, you know.
Do you know what's been really good about it, mate? Both of them are genuinely enjoying this process as well. Apart from the fact that
I'll tell you, Eddie's not gonna enjoy it. Well, he will enjoy it. Yeah. He will enjoy it. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Devon, this is from
no chance.
Foot
You got.
Fat Chick Sluvu. Fat Chick Sluvu.
You know this girl?
Devon, have you ever been invited to Sean Ryan's podcast? Love to hear more experience in healing PTSD.
You done this podcast?
Sean Ryan's podcast. It's very interesting. I've never been on his podcast, but we were in Afghanistan together.
Really?
Yeah, we did a month together in Graceland. We were living in the same complex, going to the same gym, eating the same food. We've done missions together. So yeah, I know Sean Ryan very well. Yeah, I've never been on a show. No, but my buddy did. My buddy Dallas went on there. Yeah.
And that was from Fat Chick Sleuven. So, yeah.
I'd love to hook up with that guy. You know, what a great guy. I think he was on the ground team that came to rescue us after we got fucking shot down in our helicopters one day.
How'd you do?
He's good dude, Sean Ryan.
GB19 says, why Krill not offered matches yet?
Why Kirill?
Krill.
Yeah.
I think he's got any match he wants. Yeah, Kirill, which match would you like? You know, I think Kirill Sarychev is very welcome and open to enter. That's another guy.
Yeah, he's a absolute weapon.
Oh my God. Kirill Sarychev. How good could he? I'll tell you right now.
He's another select few. He's an absolute weirdo.
And the cool thing is where do you inject these guys in the sport? Because
this is the thing, isn't it?
The sport of arm wrestling, we have a long line of great athletes, okay? And you can fit in, and we have these special people coming in, you know, and to put them in the right spot can be interesting.
Well, all the comments from people where they're saying, look, these guys shouldn't really be on a platform of this magnitude. Depending on where that is coming from, you can understand what they mean. They mean that they're not skilled enough or haven't established themselves in the sport. They are a walking marketing vehicle, and the benefit that they bring to the sport of arm wrestling is huge. The benefit that they give to everyone on this card is huge. There's no detriment in them being here, and if there was any detriment, it's to themselves. That's the reality of it.
Everybody who's watching this bloody thing right now is huge.
The amount of buzz and excitement that has come from Eddie Hall versus Brian Shaw, regardless of whether you feel like they've served their time in the game, there's a huge buzz, a huge excitement, and it transcends the arm wrestling fans. It's going out, you go to any of the people that are actually here on the card, they will tell you the same thing. They love the fact that they're on the card with these guys. And as I said a moment ago, if there is any detriment, it's to the arm wrestlers, those athletes themselves, i.e. Brian and Eddie, because they're putting their bodies on the line at risk. And like you said with Carroll, it's where you put these guys, because in ordinary circumstance, they wouldn't be qualified to be on a card at this level. It's our job as arm wrestlers to protect these guys, throw some bubble wrap around them, and try to fast track them to a point where, number one, and primary importance, they're safe and they can pull safely, and then put those layers of ability, of technical nuance into them. Because you really are talking about a different breed of individual here. When you're up close to Eddie and Brian, you can feel that this is they're not the normal dude.
And see, when you talk like that, Neil, this is why Neil Pickup is the #1 matchmaker in the world, guys. Because you understand that better, I think, than almost anybody. You know, the way that you're even talking about bringing up an athlete, bringing up their match selection, you know, give them a top roller, give them a hooker, give them a flopper, give them a king's mover, you know, overcome all these technical challenges. And now, okay, you're ready to face a more complicated foe. You know, Kirill Sarychev, how long has he been arm wrestling?
I think on and off, probably around 2.5 years. How much focus he's put in there, that's open to debate. You know, we've seen him on the table for coming up to 3 years, I think. I've seen footage of him. He's been with this guy, doing a little bit more. You've pulled him a couple of times.
Yeah.
I've only across a bar table for a second, but you've actually been on the table with him. Where do you sort of see him at right now? Is he way further along than Brian, or?
Impressive. Impressive. I'll tell you, my gauging of athletes is a little bit off at the moment, but I think he's quite impressive. I think that you know, I don't think you can ever really be a champion unless you're okay with losing.
Yeah.
You know? And so there's going to be a line, there's going to be some hard lines for sure on the way. You don't ever get to be a world champion without losing probably at least a few times.
No.
You know?
Guys like yourself, John Brezink,
and that's
a very, very good example in that respect.
These guys are champions.
Yeah.
World champions.
Yeah.
You know, you've already gotten some of your biggest wins, so they will have to still retain the ability to humble themselves, you know, to come in and take.
One thing that's been great I can speak about working with Eddie. Obviously, you come with Brian, and I can tell you what I've experienced from Brian's show while I've been here. Both Eddie and Brian are extremely humble.
Do you disagree with my statement?
In what respect to that?
Do you think that there can be someone in and just wins?
No chance. No. Listen, in arm wrestling,
even if you paved a perfect road for them,
I think you lose. I think it's
part of it, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely part of it.
You need to have that in you, yeah.
I think. Listen, I had a conversation the other. I'll say it in Canadian. Look at other day. I have a conversation with Odin, and I said, mate, sometimes the way you get to that upper echelon is making sure that the thing you fear the least is the loss, because it's utterly inevitable for the very best, for John Brzenk, yourself, Levon. You look at anyone, and it is in fact 11, everyone, but we're bigging up on the Levon this week because he doesn't understand why everybody's calling him Levon, but it's a thing. So we'll keep with that. You look at every one of them, joking aside, they have all suffered a loss. Nobody has come through clean. Nobody.
Do you train to failure?
Do I train to failure? Yeah. I don't train.
Perfect.
Devon, if Jerry pulls off a miracle, will you immediately go back up to super heavyweight to challenge him for the crown, or chill at 105/115 first? That's from For the Win. Got a few of these.
I guess the best answer is that I'm easily persuaded to take on the biggest challenge that I possibly can. So.
Okay, Benji Mac. Let's go, Devon, Neil.
Hey, Benji.
Wish I was there. Have fun. No
missing out, buddy.
Love him.
Hey, if Jerry wins, it's a big flag waving moment for guys like you. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Benji's a flopper, right?
Yeah.
That stock will go up.
Speaking of floppers, Billy Bob asks, when Brian walks, does it hang past his knees?
Hey, so we should just skip, right? We should skip.
I'm not going.
Hey, you got your measurements wrong. Why did you think the pad was 9 by 9? It ain't 9 by 9, man.
Talking about?
Hey, it's not 9 inches.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about the pad I saw? I was like,
Bob, whoa.
Yeah, Bob was wrong too.
Bob Brown told me 9 inches, and I said, what?
Bob
9
Brown
inches?
is full of shit.
I said, that's coincidental.
Neil, that's not what 9 inches looks
I
like.
am.
Logan, mistake. Dev, if Brian wins, will you continue to train him?
I'll look at. I love. Look at me. I'm almost 300 pounds right now. Do you think I don't love Brian
Actually,
Shaw?
you're way bigger.
Right? Do I not
Way
see me
bigger.
drinking pop and stuff?
He's big, isn't he, now?
Yeah. I'm trying. So look, I love Brian Shaw. I love strongman. I love Brian Shaw. Like, I'm learning more about this guy. He's a champion. Okay.
Oh my God.
It's actually quite frightening.
Yeah.
I really had no idea.
The pair of them, mate. The mindset
I'm telling you, it's
of Eddie and Brian.
It's frightening.
It's beyond contestation.
Frightening.
It just is. They're just unflappable. They really are.
It's very unique, these guys.
One thing I want to talk, while we're talking about weight, to pick up on what was said there, off camera, when you guys were talking the other day about the 350 thing, are you actually serious?
Neil.
350?
Neil, I don't like...
Because you were talking about floating around weight classes. Would you really go to 350? Really?
Yeah.
Could you go
1 foot ahead of the other? 1 foot ahead of the other.
Well, this is what I'm talking about, because the last time we spoke, you were talking about 105, 115, triple chat, all this stuff, and then suddenly I'm in a room where you're talking to Brian and you're on about 350 pounds.
Did you know that
you're not coming back from that, mate?
that one of the first Canadian soldiers ever took the offer up of maid just recently? Yeah. So, I definitely don't want that to happen. Yeah.
So next question. This is from Kisu the Rat. For Brian v. Eddie, is a King's move too technical for Eddie?
Yes.
It's his only chance.
No, it's not his only
No,
chance.
he doesn't have any chances.
No, you
No,
guys
it's
are
not
trying
your
to shoulder
chance.
press, which I'm moderately concerned about.
Massively concerned about. Listen, it is not Eddie's only chance. That is just not true.
They're definitely going to push the shoulder option, guys. Like that's definitely the push, which is an interesting play based off of all the discussions.
I mean, let's
that
be
have
honest here.
happened,
It may be that Brian goes up there and he's just entirely too strong in the centre of the table.
Well, that's distinctly a possibility.
And it's not, and Eddie can't get near his spot.
And then, you know what,
I don't know.
and the technical ability to dig out of that will be challenging as well.
Very challenging.
Yeah.
Because if Brian finds a side,
Yeah, very.
Eddie's, we're talking about a 6 weeks of experience.
Oh, yeah.
To find your way back into it.
But he's
that's
probably
really
not going to have his hand right away, and then that's going to be an absolute shit show.
I would be beyond terrified at this point and be thinking, oh my God.
So this match is really nuts, guys. This match is really nuts. These guys are really going at it. I've heard things come out of both camps now that have convinced me that what I thought might be like a social media, these guys have a history. A long history. Yeah, and it's really serious. I didn't know it was this serious.
There's a ferocity within the two that people probably don't appreciate, but when you're around them.
Complex relationship.
Yes, it is.
Like, right away, I came into it thinking, these guys are best of friends.
They actually are, but there's also a venom in there.
Very interesting.
Isn't it?
And that's the part that I didn't really get. I guess, I have a little bit of that with Matt, with Matt.
Yeah, I
Massman.
get it.
A little bit, but not to the degree.
George.
Not to the degree they do. No, but not like these guys.
No,
these guys,
it's worse.
They might actually be okay with killing each other.
Possible. Yeah.
Which
Eddie
is-
definitely is.
Yeah, which is so wild. I'm like, I say things to him like, and like he doesn't
Eddie
even
don't
flinch.
fluster at all.
He doesn't even
Don't
flinch.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
So from Frantic, this is more of a comment than a question. Saw Odin and Philip from Sweden. Have a chance on Odin, I think, in the left. So
read that again.
Right.
Odin is becoming a very popular guy. He's becoming a very popular guy.
So I did just have a practice match with Philip, but it's not just messing around. I need the mic then. That's why
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
sorry.
just sit in there.
Yeah, so Philip's a very nice guy. No, I don't have a chance against him. I was King's moving totally illegally. I was way decline and just holding on and seeing what I could do. No, Philip would beat me on the left.
But Philip Larson is
Yeah, he's pretty insane.
really strong.
Philip Larson, that guy.
He's
that guy's a
really,
monster.
really strong.
Oh my God.
That's the guy saying that he's.
I remember meeting Philip Larson in the elevator at East versus West like 6 or 7 months ago.
Dude is so
and
strong.
I shake his hand and I'm like, okay. All right.
Really, also transition from strongman.
Yeah.
An extremely big
Lanky,
man, extremely
hands.
smart guy too.
Yeah. He's got that strength
Force.
thing going
He's a
on. Yeah,
beast.
he's strong.
Hound
Yeah.
stuff. Actually, that's a question we don't know the answer to, so I'm not going to answer that question. Sorry, hound stuff, because we don't know the answer to it. Crypto Chavez. Devon, have you had chance to pull Philip Larson on the right? Just curious.
This is a popular. You know what, guys? I'm going to go down there and I'm going to pull him. I'm going to pull him. He's probably going to end up winning the event, so I'll let him gas out a bit and I'll pull him. I'm pulling all the time, but I want to feel this guy too. I'm super curious.
Maybe coming in January.
I'll pull him today. I think I'll probably run it.
Yeah, if he's pulled the tournament though.
Yeah, I don't
well,
care.
not losing.
I don't give a shit. I just want to see where he's at.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Question from DJ. Devon, would the current version of Michael Todd get 6-0'd by you if you prepped for him? And what would you say for the all-time record against him is? Your all-time record.
Okay, so let's start with the all-time record. So left hand, no contest twice.
Yes. Yeah.
Right hand, arm wars. Beautiful fight.
My favorite match ever.
Beautiful
I
fight.
mean, in terms of atmosphere, that is genuinely my favorite match of all time. That being in that arena that night with close to 16,000 people in the Trafford, the place was absolutely smashed, rammed full. That was the most emotionally charged single super match experience I've ever been involved with in my life.
I feel like both of us got to showcase our abilities. He got to show, his ability to come forward.
It was a stupid match.
He got to show his King's move, which at that point was quite fresh.
Very, very, very fledgling.
And I showed my diversity. My high hand eventually wore him out.
The match swung backwards and forwards.
Yeah. But Michael right now is.
What was the next one after that? Was it?
Oh, that was the. I would stop the conversation right there. Yeah.
I'll tell you a story that day. I knew that was coming that night. I went over to speak to Mike over at the bleachers, and you didn't see yourself out. I don't know why. Michael was beyond belief.
That was see, there was Neil, when after you get out of the military, sometimes there's a few years there where it takes a while for you to stabilize.
I cannot even imagine
a period of turbulence. Yeah.
I think my period of turbulence will be a lot longer than yours.
No excuses. Michael Todd defeated me that day, and he taught me a lesson. Actually, he taught me a few things. He taught me some things about arm wrestling that I wasn't really so sure of.
I remember you telling him afterwards.
Yeah.
Have a video.
Beautiful. I love Michael as a fighter, as an arm wrestler. He's 51.
He's indomitable.
He's 51. And he is right at the top of his game, I'd say.
Yeah, and hungrier than he's ever been.
And surgery, knocked down, what makes a lot of people quit and become old and give up. Yep. Michael Todd continues to grow and climb.
Yeah, he's a weapon.
Yeah. So his lifter is. I don't know where I sit with Michael at the moment. I got smoked up pretty good by Levon, and I've kind of changed my orientation a little bit. But Michael right now is he's at the top of his game.
So at that point we're 1-1.
Yeah, and then right.
King of the table.
Yeah, and then I had a big vengeance. I had DVT. That was really interesting. I was at my lightest. I went to my heaviest. I had DVT. It was flying around the States. It was COVID. I got COVID.
Oh yeah, you were really bad.
Yeah, I was in the States bouncing around.
Yep.
And I got super. Well, I had to come home. I had to come home. I spent like 36 hours on an airplane, bounced, didn't eat or drink water, just came back, got back. Joey and I had a big fight, and I got sick. So I was like the lowest I could have got. I got DVT, the blood in my leg. They said it was COVID. They said it was COVID related. They said
that first strain was quite a thing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I've had all of them, I think. And anyways, but so
that match was because the Levon match couldn't come off.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they offered it to Levon, and
Levon his name. Levon.
So, but Mike still had the guy, and they said who, and they were like, let's offer it to Devon, and I was like, beautiful. And so I just turned my life around, and that's why I said Michael saved me. I'm like, you turned my life around. So Michael's done a lot for me.
Yeah.
You
and Michael have got a weird.
Yeah. I love Michael and Rebecca. I think they're great people.
So based on you, this will be familiar to you now. How many YouTube commenters, mums, have you had?
Lots.
Okay. Moving on. So that was from Jacob Jess.
Okay.
This is from Dino.
Do I know his mum?
Maybe.
Mrs. Jacob Jess.
Hey, do we need to talk about these matches that are going on? I feel like I've gotten totally distracted.
I feel like we should be talking about, honestly, Jerry and Levon.
We should be. So, look here. I mean, this press thing, really the question is my first question is Levon going to adjust his technique? Let's say he doesn't. And let's just say Levon does his thing. Is he so strong that it just doesn't matter?
I feel like, right, let's wind the clock back. I feel like Levon is one of the best readers of an arm wrestling match I've ever seen in that division. I think he's very, very calm in his preparation. The interesting thing for me, right, is that I have seen Levon when he is very, very confident, and he's a force of nature. The guy that's here is not that
What's
guy.
up with that?
Yeah,
you know what? I don't even believe it. I don't even believe it. Yeah,
he's not that guy.
I've fought him twice.
Yeah, and exactly, and it's weird because When you're speaking to him privately, there are no cameras, we're not in the press conference, it's just, there is a genuine concern about him. And then I start to think to myself, okay, let's walk over to Jerry and we'll have a conversation with Jerry. And Jerry isn't like brimming with confidence. He's kind of like, well, I'm in. But there is a genuine intimidation both ways.
It's a world title match.
Both are scaring each other.
Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal.
He's been in many world title matches, mate, and I've seen Levon when he's bristling with confidence.
I feel like Levon's special. Levon.
What's scaring him?
The technical option.
The X factor.
Yeah. What happened with Krdecha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that was so much more dominant than I expected.
Do you feel like he can just stay right on the bone and just right over the prone? Do you think it can happen? Do you think he can just palm him up? Do you think he's strong enough to just seat himself in the middle and let Jerry bounce on him? You've pulled him. What do you think? You've pulled them both. I've pulled Jerry a number of times, but I've never pulled Levon. What do you think?
Starts to get very interesting, doesn't it?
It does. Oh.
Check it out, guys. Check it out. We are all out of tickets, aren't we?
Is this the biggest upset in arm? Is this the biggest upset if Jerry beats him?
Anybody who beats Levon is a hero. You beat Levon, you are a hero. The government should give you a house and a car.
What percentage chance do you give him?
They should give you 10 women to have babies with and food for 5 years. Thank you very much.
What percentage chance do you give him? Really? What's the score going to be?
The thing is, when you talk percentages, yes or no.
Well, just give me a score. What do you got?
Look, I'll just tell you, Jerry's the underdog for sure. He's got to be the underdog. Everybody in the planet is an underdog against Levon. That's the first thing I'd say. Even Vitaly, I don't care.
Yeah. I agree.
He's too strong. He's too big. He's geared differently. His insertion points are fucked. He's smart. He's young. He's relatively healthy except for his wrist, which is not even probably that bad or required. He's calm. He's smart.
He moves very well for a big
You can't. He's the favorite. You can't. There's no weakness apparent. People talk about endurance.
If there is a weakness, Jerry owns it, and it's endurance. What does Jerry also have?
Technical.
Endurance.
And technical.
If he stops this match, is it over?
The thing that Jerry has is he has a very refined technique.
Yes, he does.
That is basically
pony, but it's a hell of a trick.
Basically unique, and it is a outside arm wrestler's nightmare.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and normally people need a few times to get him. I studied him very hard. I watched all the video. He has wins against John Brzenk, right? Basically everybody.
And he's faced some big boys before.
And he has the ability to make people look silly.
He does.
Yeah, and if you do the wrong thing, he can just make you look, and it's like, what the hell was that?
What do you think about this conditioning thing that Jerry's talking about? He says he's not lost any power, but he's way fitter and faster.
Very curious.
Yeah.
Well, we will see, ladies and gentlemen. We will see. We will see.
So we're only accepting, just so everyone knows, we're only accepting King of the Table related questions from here on in.
Okay.
Carolyn Looms says, Neil, seeing you on the table with Eddie was a big highlight of the lead up to this great match.
I'm ducking Odin.
What an exciting event for East Coast, Beast Coast. Let's go, Jerry, and let's go, Brian. Hashtag 98. Then we have Jerry and Eddie going to take a beating tomorrow.
Thanks, mate. Wanker. Who's that from?
That is from...
The wanker.
That is from...
Don't abuse people on this channel, guys.
No, I won't. Hey, listen.
Love all
I love you, wanker.
Love you all.
I love you.
Thank you.
Doretto.
Oh, Doretto. Love you, Doretto.
If Jerry beats Levon...
Yep.
I'm trying not to say Levon.
Yep.
Then we get Jerry vs Michael 3.
And people complain about the length of my matches.
Yeah.
Which I will say is not my fault.
Yeah, but half of them that's because you're actually headlining.
What about the rules meeting?
Oh, Dev.
20 minutes in, guys. I'm already, once again, the enemy of the new rules directors. I'm already the enemy of the rules director.
I used to believe you were the enemy of the sport, but now, oh God, you're so bad.
It's getting that way.
It's terrible.
One thing after the other.
It's frightening. Like striking, don't even think Eddie has a chance.
A couple people are going to jail. Yeah.
I don't know if this is related, but it's better guy who's on the card. Hey, Devon, did Matt Mass quit smoking cigarettes? I'm just wondering because that's terrible for blood flow. That's from Mark Shoemaker.
Does he make shoes?
Somebody in his lineage must have done.
I cannot comment on the smoking situation with Matt Mask exactly, but
He'll be smoking when he hits.
yeah,
Smoke roll.
yeah. Matt looks good. Matt looks good.
He does look good.
Yeah, he looks good.
He's very ready.
Yeah,
Martial looks very hungry.
he does.
What's the best match on this card, Devon Larratt?
For arm wrestling purist, you know what? I actually do like Brian and Eddie, to tell you the truth.
I'm a bit terrified of it, but yeah. Could be a right match.
I like all the heavyweight super matches. Obviously, Levon, like these are massive matches in arm wrestling. So
Tell me what your thoughts are on Sandra Shedis Rustam Babai.
That's a good one too.
Is that your favourite one?
No.
What is your favourite one? Is it Paul Lynn against Krasimir
Nope.
by any chance? What the hell is wrong with you?
Nope, it's not.
You've been hanging around Odin too long.
No, there's one more that I think is going to be potentially even better.
Oh my God, it can't be on this same card that you can buy tonight.
Yeah.
Tell me what that is.
I like Norway versus Australia.
Oh, that's on this one too. And Lars is like a really nice guy who's actually a wanker.
Yeah. Did you see him at the press conference?
Now, there's a counter to that because Lachlan is like a wanker that's actually a wanker.
Yeah, he just puts it right out there.
Yeah, he is. He's he's a wanker.
So did you see Lars and they start talking about Viking stuff?
Yeah, that was bad.
Okay, and it's like, you know what Vikings do?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think when you talk about you know what Vikings do?
I'm talking about pillaging.
Right.
I'm talking about coming into York.
Yeah.
Grabbing hold of the monk.
Yeah. So they're right here, and Hannah, Lachlan's girlfriend, is right there.
Oh my God.
And he's saying this stuff. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Is she a monk?
No, she's
Lucky.
When Vikings are around, I don't know. But
Yeah, they do bad stuff. They also have horns on their helmet, so I mean that's quite
I like
cool.
that match.
I like that look.
I like that match.
I am part Viking.
Who do you think's gonna win that match? Because I got Lars. And I say it's gonna get messy.
But Lars has got a Kings. That has done well against Lachlan in the past. Lars has got experience. That counts.
Lachlan is strong.
Lachlan is strong as really strong.
He's gonna come out
really strong, right?
really strong.
And he's fast.
And he's fast. I think
It's potentially the top 3 matches on the card, in my opinion.
And if Lars can stop the match, which he may be able to.
I actually would love to see him go vintage Lars and go straight for the
He's
press.
talked about it. You hear him talking about
I
it.
would love it if he does that.
Right, so
Is Lachlan strong enough to hold him up if he lands on him?
initially, I think it'll be questionable. I think one stop and that lane starts to open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lachlan's hand is suspect potentially there because if he doesn't sink it, and if Lachlan hits too aggressively from that position, it really opens up the Kings. Really opens it up if he transitions from there, which he can do.
Do you think Morozov will show up? Think Morozov will just appear in front of us? Old butter wrists? He's out there watching us right now. Morozov, are you watching?
Is he there? I think I can see. Is that him?
Artyom, right?
Artyom.
Wait, let me see if I can find him.
Okay.
He's down here, maybe.
It's like Art and then a Yom.
Oh, no.
Is there? No.
He's not there. I thought you were there,
I
sorry.
did for a minute.
No.
Can you smell fear in the air? Any fear?
I wouldn't want that. Oh, if I was a champion, I wouldn't want to be known as scared.
Terrible, wouldn't it?
Disgusting.
See, maybe out there.
So
You never
this
know.
goes along with a lot of the thinking. This is from Ethan Mods. When Hermes pulled Jerry, he was able to top roll. Yeah, when Hermes pulled Jerry, he was able to top roll him and beat him. And if Levon is stronger than Hermes,
He didn't top roll him.
I'm just reading the question.
Okay.
Would it be worse? So if Levon was stronger than Hermes, would it be worse for Jerry?
Do you want to take that? Or you want me to?
Hold on a second. You go ahead, Neil, because
To do it again.
you go.
Read it for him again, because if he comes in after, I'll go in a minute.
when Hermes pulled Jerry, he was able to top roll him and beat him.
Well, not really. See, that's why I got confused.
And if Levon is stronger than Hermes, would that be worse?
I want to correct that question a little bit because it wasn't really a top roll.
Nope.
Hermes did a beautiful counter, and I would actually watch it to describe it properly. Yeah. It's like he didn't really go in and he didn't really go out.
The best way to deal with a guy who pulls in that situation is you ride the bone, stay on the bone, the joint of the wrist. If you run backwards, you expose yourself to a presser. If you come deep,
you're in there with them, maybe.
You got to be super strong. But if you stay on this bone and deny balance, best option. Straight over the pronator.
Just totally fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Hermes caught it perfect. He did the best and just made it look so easy. And
at pace, beautiful balance.
Beautiful balance.
Wonderful technical arm wrestling. Perfect textbook. It's mega.
One of the best executions.
Yeah,
so I think when you look at the counter, that's been the best one ever done to date.
I would agree. Flawless victory.
Yeah. But I think, I want to wrap this thing up soon.
One word you can say about that move.
Quality. Hey, we nailed that, huh? We nailed that, Hermes. Yes, my friend. That was wonderful. Let's just talk about one more match, okay?
No, you pick it.
It's the match that nobody's talked about. Kevin and Joseph.
Mates.
Okay?
Probably the best match. It is actually probably going to be the best match on the card. Kevin Palco and Joseph Morano are both known as warlords. Both of these guys feel like they've got something to prove.
So this is for a title, right? This has got to be worth something here today. Is this the one 65, 54? What is the ranking here? Is this North American?
We got in Joseph Morano, you got Arizona's finest. He's your guy. From Kevin Palco, guy that used to be recognized as
Okay, now what weight class are we talking about?
70 kilo.
70. So these are the 154
pounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because above this, I feel like the champion that I recognize is who's the freaking motorcycle kid, the young Hunter Knopfs, right? I see Hunter Knopfs.
That guy's a weapon.
Yeah. I see Hunter Knopfs. I see who's the kid who lives in L.A. Elia Sidoff. That's another one who
strong.
Also
particularly left arm.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys down there at that lighter weight, but these guys are a step below that, right?
Yes.
154 guys.
They're more, the guys you mentioned there, 65.
Are these the top?
They are in that conversation. Without doubt. There's others in there. I mean, Hale's got to be in there at that kind of weight class.
I don't think Hale beats. You think Hale can beat these guys?
Potentially, yes.
I haven't heard from Hale.
If Jeff comes in his best shape, Jeff's a weapon. He's a beast.
Okay, but I'll tell you, in my opinion, I've pulled with both of them. You pull with both these guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me tell you this. I think arm wrestling at its best when it's an entertaining match and when it's very well made.
Yeah.
This is potentially...
It's a good one.
Oh, man.
This is a good one. Did you make this one? Who made this one?
No, I didn't make it. This is probably... I'm assuming, Engin.
I doubt it. Really? Did you make this match?
Possible. Yeah. I'm assuming.
See.
I really don't know
if Engin's watching right now.
Kevin Palco, Kevin, we've had in Arm Wars many times for the reason that anybody that puts him into any match would put him in there for. The kid is an absolute, he's the mailman. He always delivers.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Yeah. Very versatile.
Yes.
Very able to stick a move.
Correct. You find a boring match with Kevin Palco, good luck.
Very able to come back over and over and over.
From the ugliest, most vile positions. Kind of position, if Brian gets in, I'll be like, Devon, stop.
Yeah. But you don't worry about it with Kevin.
No,
you don't worry about it with Kevin. And it doesn't have the most dominating hand and wrist.
No, small.
Very fit and healthy, very conditioned.
Yes, he is. And will throw his body into things like crazy bone line positions.
Joseph.
Mate, hungry as frig. And also, extremely confident. Very, he's got that humble confidence. It's like, I'm confident and I'm going to kill you, but I go to church.
You know who he trains with?
No. Why? It's not God, is it? Is it?
Well...
Because you can tell me.
The guy's not bad.
Oh my God, it is God.
Well...
It's not Danny Tesh.
Wow, no, it's American.
Oh,
it's American.
Christ, no, it's not Danny Tesh.
Comes from a pretty dry place.
Is God American?
Why don't we ask an American?
I don't know.
Hey, is God American, Ryan?
I think
That topic should probably change.
So we've got a question from.
I'm sure he pulls.
Is Cory closer to Tobias than most people think? And should Devon v Cory, the #1 left arm in North America, happen? Sorry, in the future, key to the table.
A bit spicy.
So, first question.
Yeah.
Is Cory and Tobias closer than people think?
I think people have Tobias as a favorite, right? That's what we're leaning towards.
I mean,
or like what? So that was an open-ended. So that's implying that it's not close. Close for who? Because what do you think?
Listen, Cory is very confident that he can shut the lane down. I think always, whenever a lad's come off a loss, you always take a little bit of heavy criticism and doubt. And obviously, we've just seen Cory come off the loss with Camille. Mm-hmm. I feel like Tobias probably looks a little.
Is he a lot lighter?
He's lighter. Yeah, I mean, God, everybody's lighter than him. I mean, to be fair, Cory
lighter.
The gorilla. Yeah, the gorilla's dropped a massive amount of weight. He looks good, looks lean.
He does.
Says he's very, very strong, very confident in that left arm. I feel like because of the explosivity and the dynamism of the top roll that you see from Tobias, he probably looked a little sharper against Camille.
There's been so much hype for my entire life about the women's Swedish team.
Understandably.
You know, and we've been talking about Philip Larsson, and we're talking about Tobias. Mm-hmm. You know, Tobias.
That is not. Don't tell me that is one of the Swedish women.
Good-looking dude, right? Good-looking dude. Don't have to go that far, but he is a good-looking dude. Tobias is a stud. Like,
he's got like perfect hair, hasn't he?
He's a perfect dude.
You see his hair?
The Swedes, man. The Swedes are perfect people.
Do you know when a guy's hair, or anybody's hair, you know when somebody's hair is like, you can see that when they brushed it, they didn't just brush it, they went.
He wakes up like that.
And it like went over and then a little
like this.
Thing.
Tobias wakes up like.
And he goes, he looks in the mirror, you know, the lighting's perfect, and he does.
Yeah.
And then
that thing he did.
He does it.
Wow.
And it sets.
It sets. Man. He's got to be the favorite.
I think so.
He's got to be the favorite.
He's got massive pace, but I'll tell you what, if he lands in, I mean, it's going to the strap.
Of course it is.
If he lands in any kind of B-side position,
he's so strong.
Going to need to be super
It'll be
strong
interesting because I always just go back to Cory just snapping locks, and nobody can do that. Like he is gorilla strong. You know, the strength is tremendous. I'm curious to see how strong Tobias is. I know how strong Cory is. He's stupidly strong.
I rate Tobias Sprong very highly.
Me too.
He's still young.
I was impressed when he got those top roll wins out of the straps on Morozov. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah. So
both these guys in their lane are devastating.
Yeah.
I find it very hard to pick a.
Hey, so we still didn't get through Kevin, Palco, and Joseph. So you never told me who you think's going to win.
I've got Palco.
I've got Joseph.
Oh yeah.
I do.
Let's go.
Because I think Joseph is actually stronger.
Oh, it's on now.
And you know who he trains with?
Well, I thought it was God.
It's John Brzenk.
Oh, you dick. Oh, illegal move. That's illegal.
How much money are we betting? $100, right? $100.
Let's just say this. You know the 25,000 bet? If you pay me the 25 grand,
don't even talk about that.
If Eddie wins, I will bet £5.
I'll take it. I'll take £5. Yep. £5 bet. Yep.
Good bet, Neil.
There you go. It's the kind of guy I am.
All right, everybody. Listen, thank you all for joining us.
You know what you guys need to do? Is Morozov there?
Yeah, Morozov. Just keep on going like this. Get used to it.
I think he's there. Do you think he's scared?
Well,
I don't know. He looks strong.
I'm damn near 50 years old.
He looks strong.
I mean, you've known me a long time.
Mate, I'm going to be honest with you, I like you. But when I see you stood next to Artem Morozov, I look at Artem and I think, he's out angling Dev there.
I mean, he shouldn't be scared of me.
He looks like he's out angling your bad.
Why would he be scared of me? I mean, is there a reason?
Is it Chris? Yeah, it could be that. I don't know. Is he there?
Thank you so much for your time, everybody.
Oh my God, we were just about. I was still reeling from the shock of its change with John Brzenk.
I mean, this is probably going to blow up anyway. Eddie, usually the bully in the room. We haven't.
Who is?
Eddie.
He's gentle.
We haven't really seen that from him.
Nope.
Is it just
Got no
nerves,
chance.
or is it a lack of knowledge in the sport right now?
I think it's respect for arm wrestling, if I'm honest. Genuinely, joking aside. It's been interesting to watch Eddie and his appreciation of the depth of arm wrestling. And he's talking about it when there is no cameras on. As he said today, he told you the truth.
He talks about it way more when the cameras are not.
Way more when the cameras aren't on. When he started training 6 weeks ago, he was this. He's become aware that it is a chess game. I think that concerns him.
I've opened the door to some banter with Eddie a few times now. And there's been many times when I've been just impressed or acknowledged his respect to the sport, and it's awesome. As soon as he does that, you're like, oh my God, we're so lucky to have this guy, But I think all that is going to come out when they call their names out. I don't think you're going to see. I think all that stuff. I think that both of them have it all bottled up. I think we have. Obviously, you guys are all this no chance stuff. I think that stuff all goes flying out the window as soon as they call their names. And I think that all.
So Eddie Hall came to win.
Yeah, I get it.
There is no doubt about that.
I think this entire dynamic is going to continue to escalate. They'll remain separated, but when they come out onto that stage,
get ready.
We've had already. In the lead up to this, and the preparation of the stage and the promotion,
I'm rolling 2 songs off an album.
We've had concerns that we have never had ever in the sport.
No, I'm terrified. I blame your ass.
About people actually dying of reasons that have never happened before due to their unique strengths and capabilities. So it's wild having these guys in the sport.
I am going to totally blame you. They'll be like, Neil, is it you?
Tune in, guys. Tune in. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Neil. Guys, Arm Wars has been around forever. Neil's the man. You've done more for this sport. People talk about a Mount Rushmore for arm wrestling. I've always said John Brzenk, Engen Terzi, Neil Pickup. What you've done for the sport, Neil.
Thank you, Devon.
Yeah, that's Cheers, for real. Take care, guys. See y'all soon. I never know how to exit out of this shit. And we